This is Calvin Sykes, and you listen to 90.5, the FLAVA station. It's a special occasion because it's homecoming, and it's homecoming. You know, we have a lot of alumni come back, and have a special guest with me. She needs no introduction, so I'm going to let her introduce herself. Go ahead.
Hello, FAMUans. How are you? This is Farrah Harrison back here for homecoming.
So, you know, you graduated. So let me ask you, what was your favorite FAMU memory?
Oh, I was a photographer for Journey magazine, and we won an award for a cover. And I thought I was on top of the world that day. That was my Emmy, where we won that award for Journey. And of course, I love just being on campus and being on set and just working with my J School students or J School counterparts.
Okay. So for the listeners, what year did you graduate? And just talk about possibly what were some of the struggles, after graduation. How was life, moving into that alumni life?
So I graduated a class of 2001, and it was very different for us. When we were here, J School was 4th floor Tucker Hall. We did not have a building yet, and we thought our school was the greatest. We had the newest equipment. The radio station was up there. Journey was up there. The FAMU was up there, and you couldn't tell us anything. And now seeing the new building and all the new facilities that you guys have, it's just I'm just so proud to say that I'm an alum of this program. Challenges, of course, is leaving college and starting a job. And I moved to Orlando after graduating in 2001 to start a job with Coca-Cola. And it was fun, but I missed my friends. I missed the environment of being in Tallahassee. I really enjoyed the fellowship that we had here. And FAMU nurtures you to say that you are the best, the brightest. And once you go into the workplace, you have to remind yourself of that because you're not hearing that every day. And so it's hard. It's challenging kind of going into corporate America, but FAMU prepared me for it. And I just missed the environment. I missed homecoming. I missed the set. I missed classes, believe it or not. And I just miss being here. This environment is the environment that definitely helped me grow.
So I'm glad you talked about the environment because this, previously before you did, presentation with our students, just talking about your career and in the health communications realm. So what did you talk about with the students and what did you notice about today's J School students?
So I was talking to them about the option of doing communication in the federal government space, specifically working overseas. And I wanted the students to know that there was an option outside of doing PR communication work for an agency or a corporation. And when I explained to them the option, a lot of the students were interested in doing entertainment and fashion and sports. And I explained to them that you have that option of doing communication around those industries overseas as well. And so they were excited about the opportunity, provided some information as to how to apply. There are different agencies. There's about 137 federal agencies, and I work for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and the opportunities to work overseas with the State Department or USAID are viable options for communication majors.
So what do you do now for the listeners that don't know?
So I work in the U.S. Embassy in Haiti, and I work in HIV and TB, and I'm a project officer. And what that basically means is we help provide support for the Ministry of Health to help combat the HIV epidemic in Haiti.
So where have you traveled within your job besides Haiti?
So I've traveled to Mozambique, South Africa, Liberia, and now I'm in the Caribbean.
Wow. Okay. See, impressive. I know your passport has many stamps. I'm trying to get like that eventually.
You can do it. It's possible.
I definitely hope so. So I guess now we'll be, moving forward into now the present. So you're back on FAMU's campus and, it's homecoming. So what is the atmosphere like, moving from a student to now someone who's in their career? You spoke briefly outside that you're married now. So how does that feel?
It feels different. First, let me say, when I came on campus today, I got lost because it is so big and I made a wrong turn, and I'm surprised and I am impressed by the growth of the university, how beautiful the campus is. And it's just exciting to be a part. When I was here, when I was in J School, Dr. Hawkins was the dean at the time, and he asked me to come back and talk to the students. And it took me a while to get here. And I'm so glad that I'm finally here and I'm able to speak to the students, and I'm here to try to give back to where it all made it possible for me. Like, this is the place that made my dreams come true and told me that I could dream even bigger. And so I'm here to inspire students and give back however I can to let students know that the possibilities are endless.
So it's just about almost done with the interview. So I guess my final question would be, if you could give any advice to, J School students that are listening, or just anyone out there about, maybe your career journey, just advice that you've learned now that you're pretty successful in your field, you're living in Haiti, you've been all over the world. So what's some advice that you would give for, the final hoorah?
So I would tell students, don't be afraid to fail. And stop trying to plan their life perfectly. If you do something and it doesn't work, when I left FAMU, I said I started a job at Coca-Cola and I hated it. And I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do now? I thought that I was going to love working for this corporation, and that just wasn't the case. So finding a thing that you don't like gets you closer to the thing you do like, because you get to cross off that one thing and say, I don't like this, I'm going to try something else. It is okay to try a couple of different things. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. This is the time to be adventurous, explore, take risks, and figure out what is your contribution to the world. What are you the most passionate about, and do that. Don't do what makes money. Don't do what people think or what people say makes sense. You do what makes your heart sing. That's what I would tell students.
So thank you so much for this interview. We're glad to have you back. I love talking to you because you definitely just gave me some words of wisdom. Now I feel like I can conquer the world now.
Yes, you can do anything. We're global. You can think. You don't have to only think domestically here in the United States. There's countries that you can visit and work and have a very robust life, great career, and you can impact a lot of people.
So you talked about applying. So I guess the final thing I want to ask you is, so if anybody wants to apply within your company or those 137 agencies, where do they go, and, what tips you give them for, that career path?
So the career portal is usajobs.gov, and that is where you're going to see all of the agencies listed. And on that website, you can list the areas that you're interested, the organizations that you're interested, and then you'll get email alerts as to when jobs are opening, and then you can apply to those agencies directly. Or you can go to cdc.gov, and on that page, there's the fellowship and internship page, and you can look at opportunities there as well. And then you also have state.gov careers that I believe, yes, state.gov/careers. And then they have options there as well for students.
All right. So thank you so much for your time. We love to have you here at 90.5. It was just great talking to you once again. You just instilled a lot of wisdom for you. So thank you so much for your time. And
happy homecoming.
Exactly. So we'll be right back at you.